As Chandler Bing on Friends, Matthew Perry made us laugh for 10 years, but beneath his witty banter and sardonic smirk was a tragic story of adversity, addiction, and tenacity. Today, we go beyond the jokes to examine the real tale of Matthew's life, which featured struggles that were too serious for a comedy track. His story serves as a reminder of the true cost of addiction and celebrity, so please stay until the very end. Matthew was born in Williamstown, Massachusetts, in 1969, and grew up surrounded by actors because his father was an actor and producer, and his mother was a Canadian journalist. Matthew was landing little parts on sitcoms like Growing Pains. By the time he was 15, he tried out for Friends in 1994, and it was an immediate hit. His comedic timing and sarcasm as Chandler made him a scene stealer. Though the laughing concealed his inner suffering, he captured hearts all around the world. Matthew began having serious gastric problems shortly after Friends debuted. He suffered complications from a perforated appendix in 1997, spending 13 days in intensive care and 6 weeks in a coma. In order to treat the trauma and procedures, doctors administered narcotic medicines. What started out as a medical need would turn into the beginning of an addiction battle that would last for decades. Matthew later referred to this as the turning point because he never thought he would need medicine. Fans witnessed a happy, carefree Matthew during the height of Friends, but he was battling demons in between takes. As Matthew's weight fluctuated significantly and tabloids saw unsteady hands, rumors began to circulate. During the early 2000s, he made several silent attempts to quit, but kept relapsing. According to reports, producers set up treatment stays in between seasons, and co-stars staged interventions on set. However, the pressure to stay Chandler and the bright lights of Hollywood made complete recuperation a difficult task. Following the conclusion of Friends in 2004, Matthew made an effort to expand his career by taking on minor roles in 17 Again, The Whole Nine Yards, and a brief Broadway production. He even wrote and starred in the sitcom Mr. Sunshine, which gave him the opportunity to portray a guy who was struggling with the emptiness of his own existence. Although his unvarnished, multi-layered performance was acclaimed by critics, the show was terminated after just one season. Casting directors became cautious despite his skill, fearing that his track record of unreliability would recur. In a rare interview with People magazine in 2013, Matthew said, "I want to call it what it was, drug addiction. I just hold myself responsible." He talked about his lowest point, when he weighed only 128 pounds and almost passed away after ingesting 9 Vicodin tablets at once. Once again, he was in critical care, fearing he might not survive. Matthew said that he pushed people away, despite the support of friends like David Schwimmer and Courtney Cox. His acknowledgement is a hollow consolation. The harm was severe even as he struggled to reconstruct his life. Over the course of 25 years, Matthew has spent 12 times in recovery by 2018. In an effort to assist others struggling with addiction, he established Perry House, a sober living center in Malibu. "I'm trying to give back," he remarked. Like all addictions, alcohol is an unforgiving foe. For a while, he seemed steady and committed to aiding the next generation rather than chasing the next script. Thus, building Perry House seemed like a turning point in his life. Nevertheless, on October 28, 2023, disaster struck once more. Matthew was discovered unconscious at his Los Angeles residence by paramedics, and at 4:07 p.m. PD, it was determined that he had drowned in a hot tub, with prescription drugs close by. His age was 54. Acute effects of ketamine, a potent anesthetic, was cited as the final cause of death in the official coroner's report. Around the world, fans and friends grieved, with tributes from Chandler's friends, co-stars, videos of his most hilarious moments, and posts like "He helped us laugh through dark times, and we can't imagine a world without him." Social media was ablaze with grief. A deeper sadness surfaced in the days after his death. There were rumors that Matthew was still struggling with addiction in his last years. The allure of drugs was too great, despite Perry House and public support. According to reports, his doctors were worried about his usage of ketamine, a dangerous medication that is occasionally taken off-label to treat depression but requires close medical monitoring. I appreciate you staying to the very end. Please hit the like button and leave your thoughts in the comments if Matthew's story touched you. By discussing support and rehabilitation, we may help to preserve his memory. Remember to press the bell and subscribe so you don't miss another in-depth look into the lives behind the smiles. Until we meet again, keep in mind that asking for assistance can sometimes be the most courageous thing you can do.